Nitrosamines are a growing concern for both regulators and manufacturers, but not just in the pharmaceutical industry, but also in food, cosmetics, water industry, brewing, even the air we breathe. Nitrosamines have been studied since the 1950s. Many of these have been proven to be carcinogenic. Now, when it comes to medications, nitrosamines are especially concerning as they can form both during the synthesis stage as well as during normal storage. In this video, we're going to look at one of the most common nitrosamines, NDMA, and its appearance in Metformin, a common diabetes medication. Nitrosamines form when secondary or tertiary amines react with nitrosating agents in warm or acidic conditions. NDMA is of concern because long-term exposure, even at very low concentrations, has been linked to an increased risk of cancer. To address this, organizations like the FDA and the EMA have set strict limits on nitrosamine impurities in medications. These limits are based on thorough toxicology studies, including assessments of lifetime exposure risks, all to safeguard public health. But let's look at why NDMA contamination occurs in metformin and the different factors that contribute to it. So metformin is synthesized by reacting dimethylamine hydrochloride and 2-cyanoguanidine in the presence of hydrochloric acid and toluene. The yield for this synthesis is approximately 96%, but the remaining 4% of that dimethylamine is at risk of forming NDMA. So it's not only possible for NDMA to be formed during the synthesis stage, but also during storage. Nitrites in the excipient material can react with the dimethylamine, with this reaction being accelerated with high temperatures and a low pH. Another factor that must be considered is the leaching of nitrosamines from the packaging material and even the inks used to print onto that packaging. Let's talk about the regulatory standards for nitrosamine levels and the different challenges industries face with meeting them. Regulatory standards for NDMA and other nitrosamines are designed to protect public health, but they vary between regions, and this creates challenges for manufacturers that work globally. In the US, the FDA focuses on product-specific intake limits. These limits are based on the drug's maximum daily dose and typical duration of use to keep NDMA at safe concentrations for patients. The EMA takes a broader approach with a life cycle risk management strategy. This means manufacturers must not only meet intake limits, but also continually evaluate and manage risk throughout the drug's entire life cycle, from development and production to ongoing monitoring after the product is on the market. The EMA also requires manufacturers to assess the risk of nitrosamine contaminations in all products, including those that have been on the market for years. So how can companies manage their NDMA risks? Well, managing NDMA contamination requires a careful, well-rounded approach that addresses every potential source of risk. Some strategies of this might include conducting comprehensive risk assessments. Regular risk assessments are critical for finding weak points in production, storage, and packaging processes. Tools like failure mode and effects analysis offer a clear and structured way to evaluate potential contamination risk. You can employ advanced testing methods. Accurate testing is important for detecting NDMA at very low concentrations. Techniques like GCTEA or LCMSMS offer the accuracy and sensitivity needed to meet regulatory standards. You could select contamination-resistant packaging materials, assess the inks, adhesives, blister packaging, and the coatings for nitrosating agents or nitrosamines that can leach into the product. When NDMA levels go above allowed limits, regulatory bodies require immediate action. This includes finding the root cause and making changes. Ongoing management throughout a product's life cycle is important for staying compliant. Manufacturers need to adjust to these changes in raw materials, testing methods, and regulations. But managing NDMA contamination isn't just about meeting regulations. It's about keeping patients safe, building trust with healthcare providers, regulators, and the public. By using thorough risk assessments, reliable testing methods, and staying up to date with regulatory changes, manufacturers can tackle this issue and create safer medications. To help you better understand NDMA analysis in Metformin, we created an application note showcasing the results of our testing. You can download it using the link in the description below. And if you found this content helpful, give the video a like and subscribe for more.